I used to be able to read this many books, but now to read one book, the smallest of them, is a struggle. I mean, I grew up reading lots of books, lots of novels, and I only needed to spend a couple of hours. And then when I started working, it was one business book or one strategy book or the other. It was really amazing. I still read a lot while I was working. And then I read to the point where I even started a book review blog, for those that know. But today, I'm among those that are struggling to finish one book. If you are like me and you want to find out what is going on, and you want to do something about it, you want to get back to reading, you want to get back to that state of immersion, learning new things, speaking properly just because you read, this video is definitely for you. Why did we stop reading? First things first, no time. I mean, our lives got busier. Life was lifing. If you didn't have a job before, you got a job. If you didn't have kids before, you became a mom, taking care of somebody else alongside your own life and your family. If you had only one before, you had two. Everything got busy, so reading became, one of the first few things to go. We were too busy doing other things, other productive things, to be reading. The second reason is the fact that we have so many other alternatives to entertainment. You don't have to sit down and read a whole book to get a story. You could watch TV. You could watch YouTube like you're doing now. You could watch shorts, reels, so many things vying for our attention. We have to go to work, we have to come back. The little time we have to entertain ourselves, we have so many things vying for our attention. So reading began to feel slow. So one of the first things to go. That leads me to my third point, digital distraction. Our phones are the third culprit. I would say Instagram, social media generally is another reason why we have stopped reading. Our attention span has really shrunk because we have quicker modes of entertaining ourselves. There's reels, there's shorts, there's TikTok, there's so many things that we can quickly go for a quick laugh. We can even get educated there. So if it is educational stuff you're looking for, there is a short form somewhere that can address that. So all of these combined together are the things that have caused us to stop reading. Now, what are we going to do about it? If you're like me and you're bothered by this, then you want to do something about it. You want to be intentional about how you spend your time, what you give your attention to, and how you get back to the joy and the benefits of reading. There are benefits to reading, and not just reading for a short time, like scrolling through articles, blogs, summaries. No, deep reading a whole book. Now, I'm going to take you through how I got back to reading, so you too can get back to reading. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, now would be a good time to hit that subscribe button. Thank you. In order to get back to reading, I adopted 3 things, which I'm going to share with you so that we can all get back to reading together. The first thing I did was to choose something light. Now, one of the things that I noticed was that because of my lackluster, attitude towards reading, I was no more interested in reading. I found out that it was harder for me to read non-fiction, dense books, technical books. So from starting and stopping, I eventually would just altogether not read at all, because I really wanted to improve something in my life, something that was based on productivity. But it was not working. At the end of the day, it ended up even affecting my reading completely, like making me to lose out on reading anything at all, because if it was not going to be something productive or educative or informative, I'm not interested. But I saw how that affected my reading, so I decided to go after reading then come back to reading things that are productive. So the first thing I did was to read light. Read something light, something, really nice and easy. I went for novels. I started back with some really nice novels. You can go back to the ones that really got you, hooked on reading. That helps a lot, especially when there's a good story to keep you hooked and immersed. So first things first, go light, go easy. Drop all the technical jargon for now till you get back your reading groove. The second thing to do, which is closely related to the first, is to read something that you actually love. Most of the time we want to read things that we feel we are meant to be reading. We have, like I said, what really caused us to stop reading in the first place is because we wanted to do things that were productive. So you want to read books that are, you're teaching you something, one thing or the other. You have to catch up on parenting books. You have to catch up on business books. You have to catch up on wellness and self-development books. You get. But at this point in time, when you're trying to get back to reading, get back to your groove, you want to stick with things that you actually love. You're going to have to find out, what do I really love? Not what do I want to do? Not what do I need to do? It's not a function of discipline right now. It's a function of reclaiming yourself, your joy of reading, basically. So you want to pick books or books that you love. You want to find out more about your reading style. How do you like reading? Do you like reading with music on? Do you like, creating a reading environment, the candles, soft reading light on your own, You want to find out your attention span. Initially, if you're like me, you're going to be taking breaks to check your phone. And then eventually, you find out that the pauses are longer. You find out you're reading for 15, 20 minutes before you check your phone. You're getting immersed in the story. You're doing something else other than just checking your phone every 5 minutes or the notifications and everything. So really, get a book that you really love that will keep you there. The third and final one, which for me was a deal cincher, like it was going to seal this whole getting back to reading thing, was to read 15 minutes a day. It wouldn't be much considering that you really have 24 hours a day. Now, what I found out about this small time, because it's too small for my brain to feel like I'm putting in too much work. It's too small an amount of time for me to complain that it's a lot to read. It's like 1/4 of an hour out of 24 hours. So it was easy for me to convince myself every single time to just read. It's just 15 minutes and you'll be done. So initially, the 15 minutes feels like, oh my gosh, we still have 5 minutes to go. And then later, you find out that you're reading for more than 15 minutes, especially when you've gotten into the heart of your story. Alongside with picking what you love and something light, all three combined will help you get your reading groove back. So that's how I got back to reading. If you too have been struggling with getting back to reading, now you know what to do. So tell me in the comment section which book really checks the two boxes of being light and easy to read and reminds you of the joy of reading, reminds you of what it feels like to really enjoy a book. Let me know in the comment section and let me know which of these points resonates with you and which one you would start doing right away. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so and click the button right away. Thank you.